Hi everybody, today I will show you how to make a prusik shackle for your tarp line. This piece in yellow right here is the prusik shackle. It goes on your tarp ridge line. It has a 6-rack prusik and a built-in soft shackle that can attach to your tarp tie out. It has a small noose that opens and allows the knot to come out. And so it can stay attached to your ridge line, or you can of course remove your tarp. So let's make one. So we start off with 21 inches of line, and at 3 inches we begin our work. So 3 inches. So we go into the line and then we grab the long piece and pull it through. This is going to be forming the noose, and we pull it through until we get about one strand size. So I use a number 5 yarning needle to do that. Just pull it closed over the yarning needle like that, and then we finish off this noose part by doing a brummel. So at 1 inches down from our little noose that we created, 1 inches right there, we enter the long piece and we pull the short piece through. So I'm going into the long piece like that, and then capture the short piece and pull it through. Go easy so I don't close up that noose by accident. Okay, didn't close the noose, that's good. So now just enter the short piece and pull the long piece through. The splicing tool is K&S music wire. This one is, I think, 0.75 millimeters diameter wire, bent in half and heated and inserted into a piece of a coat hanger. It works beautifully. Okay, so now we've entered the two pieces and created that little brummel, and we can double check that we didn't mess up our noose by going back in with our little yarning needle and checking. Yeah, it looks good. So now all we got to do for this portion is to bury that short piece inside of the long piece. So here we go. We're going to enter the long piece. And go all the way up to our splice, exit, capture the short piece, pull the short piece through, like that. Milk the braid over the top of it. And now we've created our noose portion that can open up. Now let's create the other side. So all we got to do here is go 1 inches. That's where we're going to start our work, at 1 inches, and then we're going to fold it. And so now we folded it back 1 inch. Okay, and then we're going to go beyond that 1 inch fold and enter the long piece until we get up to the fold, then come out of the fold. We're just doing a back splice here, or a tailberry as it's called. And we're just going to pull that little piece in nice and slow so we don't go too far. Once it's all the way in there, we can grip the top, pull our splicer out, pull everything even. And if you want to, right here, to make things look extra pretty, you can take whatever your favorite grasping tool is and pull it through, and it will get everything buried tight in there. And now if you feel this with your fingers, you can feel where that berry stops. It's right about 1 inches, and we're going to put a nice double overhand knot right up against that. So just go 1, 2, that's the double overhand knot, and then I'm going to put it where I'm going to try to put it right up against the end of that tail splice. It just makes it work really nice. And I can pull it tight, and there it is. And now we have the prusik shackle. See our little noose on the end here? We can open that up, and there it is. It's like a continuous loop that can open up. Okay, now I will show you how I install it so that it engages with the tarp really well. The 6-wrap prusik. Okay, so here's my line, and let's say that my tarp is over here and then my tree side's over here. So I'm going to take this thing and pull it into my hand and kind of create this little figure 8 like this by pulling it like that. And that way I get a bunch of line up here to do the prusik and a little bit of line down here for the tarp. You can see how this part right here is double thick. I'm going to pull that part down a little bit so that the double thick part can engage with the tie out on the tarp. That way the strongest, most abrasive resistant part of this prusik will engage with the tarp tie out. Okay, and then also I want to turn it this way. So if my tarp is over here, one of the tie outs, and then my tree side is over here, when this thing is on the line, it's going to be going like this. That way the button knot and the noose is facing towards the outside, so I can easily access it if I need to. I probably won't, but if I did want to, I would want it facing towards the tree instead of over here underneath the tarp. And I want a little bit of the double thick part coming down to engage with the tie out instead of like this part right here, because it's just stronger. And it'll work either way, but that's just how I do it. And then with the leftover part, then we just go 6 wraps. Just start off 1 wrap. Now this is going to be kind of repetitive, but 1 wrap. There we go. So as I'm doing this, I'll show you why I do 6 wraps. You can actually just use 4. I notice a lot of the cottage vendors just put like 3. So something you'll notice as I'm doing these wraps, I have to pull these 2 lines to come together, right? They have to be close together. And with 6 wraps, that last wrap that's towards the outer edges, it has to be pulled straight. And that creates the additional leverage that makes the 6 wrap one work perfect. And once I get to 6 wraps, I'll give you a little visual on what I'm talking about. Okay, here we are. What do we got now? 4. Let's go 5. Okay, we got 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more. Let's do 6. This is the most boring part, watching me wrap a prusik. Okay, so now we got 6 wraps, right? And the tarp is over here, so the tie out is going to engage with this double thick part for maximum durability. The noose is over here for the best access. And now when the tarp line is like loose, it can easily bend up like this, right? Which means there's going to be slack on the prusik. But when the tarp line is tight, these 2 ends are far out here. And so with the 6 wrap prusik, those 2 ends, they take up a whole inch. That means you got a little bit of leverage. So as the tarp line is pulled tight, it also pulls those 2 ends into that same horizontal line as the tarp. So not only is the leverage from the 6 wraps, the leverage is from the fact that it pulls it out on that center from here to there. Like if you ever have a prusik that's really, really tight, any number of wraps, and then you like fold the line up like this, it'll instantly get loose. So the longer out the prusik is, the more of that tightening effect that you have. So, and then another thing with the 6 wraps, check it out. My finger and my thumb, I can easily grab it, like even if I have gloves, and then my fingers won't get caught up in here. So like if you have a 4 wrap prusik, which is about only 1/2 inches, about that wide, and then you grab this and slide it along your line, what can happen is the fabric on your glove can actually get sucked up in there and grab. So with 6 wraps, not only does it grip and release better, but it gives a perfect place for a thumb and forefinger to grab it. So that's the reason for the 6 wraps. I've got that question quite a few times. But anyways, that's how you install it. You got 6 wraps, you got the double thick part to engage your tarp tie out, and this part over here by the tree. So thanks for watching. In the description, I'm going to put a link on how you can use this with the shuttle line that I make as a failsafe. And as soon as I have that video ready, it'll be in the description below. And then of course the last step for installing this on your line and making it work perfect is to go down there and hit the like and subscribe buttons. All right, see you guys on the next one. Bye.